have a stance on how this happens or how it should be happening?
I'm not going to speak to the AAC. I did contact them today sort of to find out more information about this in order to provide JPs with answers to some of their inquiries. And their kind of response to it is there's no uniform standard for it. Some have their, some of these staff in question are under election commission, some are under county judges, and some are under county clerks. And I think Benton County is actually under the county clerk. Sebastian County was under the county judge. Insofar as I think that, you know, they interview, they get hired, there's some personnel supervision, get your yearly reviews, and then they work with the county clerk in their capacities to serve the election commissions. So the basic answer from AAC was that there's really not a uniform standard to it. They did bring up the Amendment 55 issue, which I'm not a lawyer or a legal mind, so I'm not going to even delve into that. I'll leave that to Adam. But in my brief fact-finding mission this afternoon, I found that really there was no uniform standard for it.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is for Adam. Is one way or the other more advantageous from a legal perspective? Is there the way we maybe started off doing this, the way that it changed in the early 90s versus switching it today? Is there a legal opinion on?
It's a good question.
If you need to do some research, come back to us.
No, I don't know that I can answer in a matter of degrees necessarily. I can tell you that county employees that are assigned to county elected officials are simply the responsibility of those county elected officials. When the Quorum Court begins to adopt ordinances that assign county employees to people or bodies that are not elected officials of the county, it begins to create legal questions. And there is certainly the authority of those elected officials to delegate supervisory authority to another executive branch. And I'm particular about saying within the executive branch because I don't want to create a separation of powers issue. That doesn't exist in this case. But it has the potential, in the event that there's an ordinance in place and the delegation of authority is withdrawn, then it creates a question of whose authority is it actually. Because you have an ordinance on the books that is presumed constitutional. Every ordinance, just like every statute, is presumed constitutional until a court says otherwise. But when there is a conflict, it does create the possibility for litigation. This ordinance is before you right now, and it has the potential to avoid the potential for litigation by a reassignment, but also anybody can sue for anything. So anybody can go over to the courthouse and say we didn't like the ordinance that, and the past they could say we don't like it, we're going to sue you for whatever the reason is. So and we're prepared to defend. I'm confident of the legality of the ordinance before you. Certainly, this body has the authority to repeal an ordinance that had previously passed. It certainly has the authority to assign a county employee tasked with duties that are related to an elected official's obligations to that elected official, and it certainly has the authority to direct that elected official should provide assistance to the election commission. And should the election commission decide not to receive it, that's a decision that they get to make.